Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will be talking about the four types of business organizations. First is sole proprietorship, second is partnership, third is corporation, fourth is cooperative business. So let's start first with sole proprietorship. What is a sole proprietorship business? From the word sole, you can know that sole means individually. Sole proprietorship business is the simplest way to start a business. A sole proprietorship business is owned by an individual person who takes full responsibility of the debts and obligations of the business. In sole proprietorship, you enjoy an exclusive control over your decisions and everything you make because you're the only person controlling the business. Your time, you control your time, you control your money, you control everything in general because you are the manager of yourself, you are the employee of yourself, you are basically everything in that business because you're the only one doing that business by yourself. And another thing of being a sole proprietorship is you take full responsibility on every single problem that you face. If you face losses, liabilities, you will be the one to take charge of those situations and you will pay for all the problems that you face and the losses that you're going to face. The only side effects of being a sole proprietor is you have unlimited liability. What do we mean by unlimited liability? Is because if you go into debts or losses in your business and then you're not able to pay those debts or losses that you are facing, the government will be taking your private properties like your car, your house, or anything that you own in general. And sometimes, as a sole proprietor, it's difficult to raise capital for that business that you're going to start. The second type of business organization is partnership. Partnership is consisted of two or more people combined to start a business and earn profit from it. Profits are divided among the partners according to the terms of the agreement. Partnership is also easy to start. There's shared control over your business and you'll be having more resources. But did you know that there's two types of partnerships? Number one is general partnership and number two is limited partnership. So let's get into these two types of partnerships. In the general partnership, all members of that business equally manage the business and it also has parts of the sole proprietorship, which means that there will be unlimited liability. This means all the members of the business will take charge of the consequences of their actions. So that means if the loans of the business are not able to be paid on time, that means the government can have access to their personal properties. So let's go to the limited partnership. In the limited partnerships, one of the partners in the limited partnership is called the general partner and the other one is the silent partner. What do we mean by the silent partner? He's the only person in the business who contributes only capital. He's just the money supplier of the business. And also the silent partner enjoys assets protection. What do we mean by assets protection? That if the business gets into trouble or loans or debts are not able to be paid for, his personal property won't be taken from him. But of course, the general partner will be having a bigger share of the profit of the business. He will be on the overall controlment and the management of the business. Okay, now third is corporation. So what is a corporation? A corporation is a separate entity from its owner. It's like a different whole another person. So a corporation really enjoys its own rights, like a really separate individual. So that means a corporation can enter contracts, sue and be sued, hire employees, own assets, and pay taxes. And one of the most important aspects of a corporation that it has limited liability. What do we mean by this? That means shareholders of the corporation can enjoy profit, but they don't participate in the problems that the corporation faced, like debts and loans. In general, a corporation has all the legal rights of an individual. Examples of corporations are Amazon and Microsoft. Corporations normally exist up to 50 years of life and it can be renewed after another 50 years of life. And one of the good things about corporations that it doesn't dissolve after its owner dies. It has transfer ownership. So what do we mean by transfer ownership? Transfer ownership is when like the owner of the corporation dies, his son can take over it or any part of the family can take over the corporation next. Fourth is a cooperative. What is a cooperative business and what sets it apart from the other business models? It's a form of business organization where the main purpose is to share resources and establish a business that can uplift the standard of living of its members and cater the needs of the community. So you might be asking, what is exactly a cooperative business? is where people join and build that business to meet a need, not to make money. Members of the cooperative business have equal say to their organization. There's no leader who has more control or someone who is more in control. They all have the equal responsibilities for their business and they all have their equal rights in their business. They are the ones who are in charge in what to do with their profit and agreed principles. As I said earlier, cooperatives mostly gather to meet a need and not make money most of the time. They put their community first. And for example, these are the characteristics of a cooperative organization. Like putting fairness, democracy, solidarity. Their goal always is to create sustainable enterprises that lead to long-term jobs and prosperity. Lastly, members of the cooperative organization are committed to their ethical values, like openness, honesty, and social responsibility. But don't worry, I'm gonna give you an example for you to better understand this. Let's say a group of community members need different goods and supplies for their daily consumption. So they decided to open a mini supermarket to cater the needs of the people in their area and also them. But you should also keep in mind that the members of the cooperative have their own different careers. Aside the cooperative business that they are managing, they could be teachers, workers, any other thing. Members of the cooperative get a share of the profit that their business makes and that gives them additional income aside the incomes they're already getting from their other jobs. Example of cooperative businesses are credit union cooperatives, food and beverages cooperatives, fishing cooperatives, energy cooperatives, agricultural cooperatives, and many more. I hope you liked the video and found it interesting. Please leave a subscribe button and thank you for watching.